Welcome to Five Voices, Five Mics, the podcast.
Good morning. Welcome to Five Voices and Five Mics. You got your girl Seven, Taj.
Good morning.
Nasty Girl, DJ Shay.
Good morning.
And Leah. And today we're talking about.
So we're going to talk about mental health, mental illness, whatever mental capacity. We're going to talk about all things mental. All right. So the brain is a fantastic part of the body. I love the brain. That's my nerd. I love the brain. People say the mind and the brain are two separate things, right? But some people think it is the same thing. So just talking on mental health. Mental health stems from a lot of different things. It can come from things happen, traumatic when you're young. I feel like our people have some type of mental health issue or a stigma or something like that. So, some people say depression, and some people don't believe in depression. But for me, I think everybody has dealt with some type of mental issue. Personally, just digging into there have been, I had a really good growing up childhood, but there are some things that have happened during my childhood that probably altered some of the things that I've done in my life. I wouldn't say they are super bad, but some things happen, and I'm not gonna go deep into it, but they altered some of the things I've done. So I'm a let Taj go in for a little bit, because when we were saying we had a topic, she held up and said, "Oh, I got something I can talk about." So Taj, tell us what you feel about mental health.
So mental health affects, I would say, everybody to some degree. At some point in time, people have gone through things in their lives, especially if you're middle age, which I think all of us up here are, so to speak.
Not me. I'm not there yet.
You ain't there yet.
Not at all.
I think when you get to like 50, when you get to 50, you're at the top of the hill.
Well,
Yeah.
just because you're a baby, you still wet behind the ears. You got a few more years to learn. It's gonna be all right though.
Yeah, last week y'all threw me off. This week I'm here.
So anyway, okay, by the time you get to your 40s, 50s, you've been through some things in your life. So, some things may stir you up a little bit, may take you off course a little bit, and some things in people's lives will cause trauma. And everybody's not always born with a mental issue. Sometimes traumatic things happen to people when they're kids. They don't know how to talk about it to their family, or if they have attempted to talk to their family about it, sometimes family won't listen, or they brush them off, they deny them. Oh, you crazy, oh girl, oh boy, oh girl, it doesn't matter. It can happen to anybody. So as someone who grew up in a home where my mother had one of her brothers, he wasn't born with a traumatic brain injury, but something happened to him when he was, I think, like maybe 7 or 8 years old. And it caused him to become mentally challenged. So even though he grew by age, body, became an adult, there was still some things that were childlike when he spoke. However, do not mistake that somebody with traumatic brain injury is dumb.
Please don't.
By no means are they dumb. I mean, like literally, my uncle could tell, like he knew us because we took care of him. We had him in our home. One of my other uncles and his family, they took care of him. And he knew exactly who was not for him. He wouldn't allow them to touch him. He wouldn't allow them to be around him. He would say, no, I'm not going with this person. He knew exactly. It didn't matter. Like something resonates in people that lets them know, hey, I don't want to be with this person for whatever reason. But then you also have some people that they go off the deep end at will. You have those at will traumatic situations with some people. They are insane when they want to make other people believe that they are so crazy and that somebody is doing something to them. And then you have those same people that can straighten up at the drop of a hat to get what they really want. And then all of a sudden they turn crazy again. And I've witnessed it. I've witnessed it happen with family members, with, family members of other people that I know. And I've seen your post. And I've almost said some things on there, and I've had to bite my tongue and not do so because I feel like certain people are attacking you when they don't know all of the things that are going on. You get what I'm saying? With your client. And if you have never been around individuals in that area, then, it's just different. It's different.
Okay. Shay, chime in on mental health. Because I know your stance on it, so I want the dynamic to kind of change a little bit.
Okay, so me personally, I'm the one that don't understand it. Maybe I was the person that, if I grew up in an environment that wasn't, so to speak, not okay, I think I was the person that buried it.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't let it trigger me. But it triggered me then. So as I got older, I speaks up now. And I'm gonna tell. Yeah, that was disconnected. But also what I've learned over the years, that a lot of people amongst me are depressed and is going through mental health. So, and I also, it was something you said, Taj, to the point that people don't listen. What I never understood is when it comes to adults, when you grow up, the words that come out of your mouth are, if somebody do this to you, you tell me. Don't let nobody do this, that, and the other. But then when the person come tell you, no matter what their ages are, the grown-ups don't believe them. So that's why I was like, okay, whatever. I figured out on my own. So I was the kid that just tried to figure it out on my own. And to be honest with you, through prayer, because that's what got me through it. Because if not, I probably wouldn't be sitting here today. I'm going to just say that, because nobody ever believed me. I'm going to just say, I'm going to be real. They didn't believe me. Everything they say, oh, you just talking. I mean, and then I don't understand, like when a kid come to you, y'all think they supposed to be a certain age to know something. You training them. You're their foundation. So why wouldn't you believe them? Right. Why wouldn't you believe your kid over an adult? Why wouldn't you? And I think every parent know their children well, to know if your kid gonna be a manipulator, a little thief, liar, whatever. You know your children. So for you as a parent to not listen to them, because I think that's why mental illness come in, because nobody listens to the person that's going through something. You think they playing, and I don't understand why. So as I got older, I met a couple of people that's close to me that's opening up to me about depression and mental illness. I see it, and I have learned over the years, sometimes they need space, and you have to give them space. And then when they ready to talk, then you talk to them. You don't force them to talk to you, but you also don't let them be alone. You don't let them close their doors in your house. You don't let them stay in their room in the dark. You got to go check on kids that close their doors. Go in their room and see what they doing. Go talk to them. I don't care how busy she is. My mama worked from 3 to 11. I don't care. She'll come talk, say, what you doing? What you doing in there? Open this door. But I think parents today, they don't even just go open their kids' door. They just say, I'm gonna give them his space. What you giving them space for?
That's your
I'm telling
house.
you questions.
Yeah, like, what
No,
you
I
giving
wanna
them
know
space for?
everything.
Go ask, go kiss up on them, go hug up on them, and that's me. So I kind of changed the narrative a little bit as I got older. So I'm gonna pass it along to somebody else. Leah.
You want me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Leah.
How you doing? Okay, you're sitting up here with a hoodie on. chilling.
Thugging.
So DJ Shay talked about prayer and culturally for most black families, that's the first thing you go to is prayer. You pray about it, leave it at the altar, you know, take it to God and let go and let God type deal. But we human, so it sounds good, but that's not always the case. Like for some people, like Shay, she said she prayed about it, got through it. That's not always the case for some people. Some people actually need medication. There's different levels to mental illness. And everybody got to kind of see what, like, people like to run or think, oh, I'm okay, you know, and sometimes people bottom out in that mindset that I'm okay. So tackling mental illness from different standpoints is imperative, especially, you know, if you need medication. But like other ways to deal with mental illness or just mental stability in general, because life be lifing, you know, and if you're living in this life, you're gonna go through some things, you know. So like exercising is imperative, you know, getting in the sun is good, you know. People do holistic things, people not always into medication, so like sound bowls is really good. Tuning things, like things that give you high vibrational you know, sounds within your temple to recalibrate your whole, like those things really, really work. People don't think that they do, but if you're consistent, you know, music is good, a good therapeutic way to, you know, woosah, recalibrate or whatever, you know. So like being intentional, being even self-love, self-care. Don't play with self-care. That's therapeutic in so many ways. So like
I do retail therapy.
oh, don't play with her. She sure
I
do.
do retail therapy. Retail therapy all day.
So I'm saying that to say, like, don't be so caught up in life, because life will make you bottom out and you forget about, you know, your mind when it's all said and done. We sleep and we work probably it's 24 hours in a day. Half our life is working and sleeping, you know? So you gotta make time for resetting, recalibrating, and whatever that looks like for you. For me, it might be a little mess, you know, but also adding all those other things to just keep us, you know, a sound mind and just be in tune to your mental health is imperative. So, yeah, and then now, you know, checking on people. Like she said, you better check on people because people put on the facade. You know, be conscious, read people, especially the closest people, the people that's close to you. Because if you don't, suicide is real. Like people are killing themselves all day, every day. And money ain't always the reason why. You see people in Hollywood with big money in high places, you know. So money don't solve everything. It's a cushion, but it don't solve deep down rooted.
It don't solve nothing. It don't solve nothing
It's a
at all.
cushion.
I don't even think it's a cushion.
It help you
Because after
maneuver
you
through
spend
this
it,
life.
you be looking. I be looking at it like, why I spend it? Sometimes that's how I be, because I do retail therapy, and I be looking at half the stuff. I have shoes that I haven't even worn yet. That I buy. Oh, them cute. Let me buy these.
Girl, what size they is?
They too little. I think they too
feel
little
good
for
at
your
that
feet.
moment.
Okay.
Yeah, but for
It
me,
makes
like
you
that could be like
Y'all might be able to share
for
shoes.
me, like people do that when they have mental issues. Just go all of a sudden they manic. They shopping. They
Really?
Yes, I'm
So you trying to say I
playing.
have a mental
See that they
issue?
pee?
You know, we all a little touched. You know,
That's what they back in the day. That's what they said.
So
You
to
should be a little.
piggyback though off of what you said about, you know, checking on your friends, checking on your family, because I'ma just be honest, like I went through a period where it was really, really tough for me. And I guess it was me resetting myself. And I learned through the last few years who my true friends are, who my true family is that's close. Sometimes you have to make the conscious, very, 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 very hard decision to move on with your life no matter who supports you and who don't. You'll find out who's actually behind you, who's actually supporting you. And sometimes you just have to say, you know what? Screw it. I can't have this negativity. And if that negativity is a person, hey, by all means, you gotta dust your hands, cut them off, and move on. And if that person really, really, truly cares about you, they'll pick up the phone on their own and call you and find out, hey, are you okay? What's going on? You know, depending on the situation, because if it's family and you're supposed to be close, and if there's something tragic that has gone on, I've had some tragic things go on in my family in the last 2 to 3 years. And it made me realize who was really with me and for me and who's not. And so sometimes we have to kind of step back. Sometimes God allows things to happen in our lives and it resets us. And if you're on a road, you're on a platform where you've made that choice in your life to do good, to move forward with your life, and those other people are still hanging on to old stuff, you just got to go ahead and let them go, because that's part of your trauma. That's
True.
part of your
That's
trauma.
true.
You have to get rid of that trauma in your life, no matter who it is.
But sometimes
It
it
may
ain't
be
easy
hard.
though. No,
I
sometimes you can't get
no,
rid
no,
of
no,
that.
no, no. I am a living witness. It is not easy.
Sometimes it might be
'cause
a
there
real
was a-
close family
Oh,
member. You can't get rid of them
trust
like
me.
that.
No, let me say, the family know you can't get rid of them, so to speak.
But you don't
But
have to deal with
You
them.
can love them from a distance. You don't have to like them, but I love them because they family.
It depends
But
on who the
I
family
don't-
member is. I'ma disagree to that.
Oh no, I don't disagree because mine is real close.
Nah, I ain't
Mine
gonna.
is real
I ain't
close.
love mine from a distance. I think that's who
Shame.
made me tough. I'm just gonna be
Mine-
real honest.
It made me tough, and I had a lot of days, a lot of nights that I cried because I had to talk to God, just ask God, like, why? Like, I literally broke down, like, why? Why would this person be like this? Like, I just don't understand it. But then God gave me my answer. And I just said, okay. I had to talk to my parents. I had to talk to my spouse
That's what I'm
about
talking
it.
about.
And it just,
I had to be tough.
I had to just learn to be really, really tough and just like, you know what? Okay, just brush it off and just, okay, move on. But it's not easy. It's not.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
not.
I'm gonna comment to somebody that post something. As girls in my family, I'ma just say you have to be tough.
Mhm.
And I think that's kind of what made me bury things. I was really, 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 truly raised by my daddy. So being that I was the oldest girl, he raised me as if I was a boy, if that makes sense. So I couldn't be weak-minded. I couldn't be depressed. I couldn't cry. I couldn't do none of that. If you cry, you weak.
Absolutely.
So as a girl, I didn't get a chance to really, 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 truly be a feminine girl. I had to be tough. I had to fight. I had to work on cars. I had to do whatever. Like if somebody come knock on my door to fight, I got to go. I got to go do it. And then I couldn't back down. So, and I wanted to make my daddy proud. So I had to do what I had to do. But I was thinking when Seven was talking, what I ended up figuring out, I think I know what I was doing if I was going through a depression or a mental time. I journal a lot. I got about 20 journals right now. Everything about my life, everything about anything you could think of. I wrote music. So I think that's what helped me. And anytime something was sad going on or I was seeing something sad with my own eyes, I just go in my room, turn my music on and write. And I think that's why I love music so much. So yeah, I would say maybe as a young person, I went through, I guess you would say, a depression or mental health. But as I got older, I figured out how to really just, I guess, suppress it. Is there such thing, Nancy girl?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then maybe, now that I'm sitting here to think about it, I was a little alcoholic too. Maybe that was part of it.
I very much.
But
That
then
was
you
one of
don't
my.
know.
That's one.
Alcohol
But then you
suppresses
don't
how
know.
you really feel. Alcohol suppresses how you really. So here's what I've learned being a brand ambassador for so many years and having to do all that testing and stuff. Alcohol suppresses how you really feel, but alcohol can also trigger how you really feel and make it worse. It can amplify how you really feel. If you calm, cool, you in a happy place in your life, in your mind, it enhances your happiness. If you going through trauma, it's gonna bring all of that trauma out. And it doesn't matter if whoever you're around when you're drinking, if they're the person that did something to you, and now you go act out because you're being yourself. And alcohol sometimes makes people feel stronger than they are when they're not drinking. Unfortunately.
Yeah. So look, I'm gonna just talk about like for me, like that traumatic situation. And I told this person who talked about this in a family setting all the time. And I had told one of their kids that like I'm gonna kick your mama because I'm tired of her doing a certain thing. I never told them what it was about, what it stemmed from. They thought it was from something totally different. So one day I'm at work and she calls and she like, my feelings hurt because they telling me you saying you gonna kick my butt for yada yada yada. And I say, that's not the reason. And honestly, I want to talk to you face to face about this because this is something you should not be talking over the phone about. But let me tell you what it is. So this situation happened when we was young. And this was a situation I didn't want to be in the midst of, but I was in it. I was being touched a certain way. Let me just put it out there. And I didn't want to be involved. And that you kept bringing up this situation every time we're in a big family setting, like the whole family is there, you would bring this up. And I would get mad. And I really wanted to slap you in your mouth every time because I'm an adult now. And you don't know how this situation was traumatic for me growing up. So once I put it out there, she apologized. She said, absolutely, I did do that. She owned up to it. So, it's a lot of things. And I think that made my tough exterior for me. I didn't want to cry. I always wore baggy clothes. I always had this tough exterior. That's where my masculinity come in because I felt like I needed to be tough and put myself out there as to look a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't get that type of stuff, even though it didn't matter because still the boys still liked it. And another situation happened after that where, I was an adult when this happened too. So it was another situation. This person did some stuff. I'm gonna say this. It was no penetration involved or nothing like that in these situations, but it could have been close to that. I was very much a tough girl, so I had to fight out. In that situation, I prayed. I prayed really, really hard in that second situation, and it removed itself. All right. So and then in that situation, a lot of people knew this person, but they didn't know this was the person who did it. They knew something happened, but they didn't know that was the person who did it. And then this person dies, and you see this person getting all this praise, and they don't know, and they didn't know this person and did this stuff to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if we gotta say I gotta see that would be my secrets, I guess, out there. Even though my sister knows these things, my brother knows these things, a couple other people know these things. But if I had to that would be the two secrets. But it's out there pretty much. I think if Mama watching, this will be her first time hearing about both of these stories, I guess you could say. So that'll be, sorry, Mama, you got to hear it like this here, but that's how my tough exterior. I didn't cry. I didn't start crying until I went through I was going through a lot, heartbreak, financial. It was everything at one time, and it just broke me down really, really hard to a low place where depression comes in. So sometimes, I believed in depression. I just didn't believe I never had it until that moment. So until you have that moment, then that's when you start to believe. You know what I'm saying? Even though I did believe in depression and stuff. So during that stint of my life, and that was in my 30s. I'm telling y'all how old I am. In my 30s, that was in my late 30s when all that stuff broke down. So situations that happened in my 40s, if I hadn't went through that in my 30s, I wouldn't have been prepared for it in my 40s. So I'm glad I went through it during the time I did go through it. So all this stuff is real. It's just not real to some people who don't or haven't experienced it. Lee, I'm gonna let you get in there. I'm done. I ain't got no more stories to tell, but I do. I can tell a lot, but
Well, I think the conversation that you ladies are having is very interesting. I think I would like to have on a professional to actually speak on this professionally, because I'm sure there are ways that we don't know that can help, And I'm sure, like you say, I have a hard exterior. I'm sweet as a button, but I'm a hard person. So to say that I've had depression, I'm sure I have, but I can't identify it because I put it in the back of my mind. I get up and I keep going. So sometimes you may be depressed, you may be under a little stress, and you don't even know it.
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe that's the part of the spectrum that I fall on. I could have really been under. Now, there is one traumatic thing that did happen in my life, which was after COVID. I had got COVID in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And 30 days later, I had Bell's palsy.
Mm-hmm.
So my face was paralyzed
Mm-hmm.
on one side. And I love my smile. I smile all the time. And to look at yourself in the mirror and not see that smile that you used to seeing,
Right.
that took me into depression. Nobody knew that. And thank Jehovah God for my mother. My mother she came to my house. She took care of me. My mom took care of me for 3 months. Wow. I couldn't drive. I couldn't go to work. My husband had to handle everything. Thank you to my husband for handling business at that time. And that goes back to your support system. If you have a support system, that helps. But everybody don't have a support system.
That's true.
So for those that have it, I am more than grateful to say that I had that. And I went through that traumatic stress, but I didn't realize it. You know what I mean? I didn't realize it was that traumatic until now that we're talking, I'm like, I was under some serious stress. So that's my, that's my intake. But I think we all need to talk to a professional, it seems like.
Well, back in the olden days and these old school, and I'm 50-50. I'm 50-50 old school, and I'm 50-50 new school. Like my dad and everybody, my sister, my mom, all of them, they die hard say I got anger issues. And I
know I do.
I 100% believe that I have anger. I know that. I own it. I do. That's why I always tell people,
I definitely own mine.
don't make me angry.
Yes.
Because you don't want to see.
I'm either nice or I'm angry. Ain't no
Yeah.
in between.
Yeah, don't make me angry. You don't want to see that side of me. Keep the happy, cool, go lucky Lily out here, because that Lily Ann is something else.
Ooh, baby.
So I'm 50-50. So, they tell me you need to go to a therapist. No, that's going to make me angry that I'm paying somebody to talk to them.
That part.
I call my best friend
But
when
I
I need
know
to
you.
talk to her. I call people to vent to.
I'm a witness, but I have been to a therapist before.
Did it
Paid
work?
my money.
I hate it.
Hell no.
I don't want to
No,
nobody that don't know
Because
me.
I'm sitting there.
That's
What
paid
I
to talk
realize,
to me,
I'm
you know?
paying to
Oh,
talk to
cool.
somebody who's
I
asking
hated
me
therapy.
a million questions. Well, what about this? Well, what about that?
Mhm.
Well, what about this? And I'm
Yeah.
like, you not helping me.
Shout out
Well,
to
guess
Shannon.
what?
Like literally, I would
Guess
tell
what?
y'all.
What?
Hold on, wait a minute, y'all. I would tell y'all. So me and my husband, we went to this marriage counselor years ago. We were going to her office, and we were talking to her, right? And we looking at each other like, okay, maybe she is helping, maybe she not. And so we went to her a couple more times, and then one of the visits, she ended up coming to our house. So she came to our house. Long story short,
I just know it's finna be something retarded.
long story short, she ended up getting counseling from us. I am not lying. Ask my husband. We were both rolling. We like, wait a minute. She's talking about, I know this your husband. She said, but can y'all help me find a man?
Wait a minute.
I was like, wait a minute. I was like, how you the count? I literally told you our counselor.
Help us say
You
that.
have to help us save our marriage. And how does it turn to
You
us
need to-
helping you?
We need payment. You need to remit
I
payment.
like, you need to give us our money back because it's turning around and we
Yeah.
ended up helping her. But I mean,
That's
it,
funny.
it was so funny. To us, that is one that we can remember. I mean, we have been to, and I'm gonna say church counselors.
Can I get a tissue?
Mhm.
I don't know what this segment is doing right now.
Yeah. We
It
have
might be
been
going
to-
through something.
Look, she over here boo-booing. I'm trying to keep my
I
tears
am.
back
It's
from
true.
crying with her. And I'm
So
sitting
I
here
want to
thinking
talk
about
a little
things,
bit
man.
about why I said that. I just think it's good to talk to somebody. Now, I've never went to counseling,
Oh, okay.
I
so
have.
I'm not
I'm
sure
sure.
on how
Yeah,
it
I'm good on
actually
that.
works. But let's turn gears a little bit. So for you new people, I know they like to talk to people, but then they don't.
Mm-hmm.
So let's bring in AI.
Okay. Come on, AI. Come on, AI.
We didn't talk about AI.
Hey, let's see what she got to
I
say.
tell Ava, I need you to give me some words of affirmation, and then she'll give me
All
some
the
words, right? And I'll be like,
Tell us
So-
what AI can counsel us on.
So when you're dealing with ChatGPT, this is what people don't understand about AI and ChatGPT. It is everything you think it is, it is. It just have to be told what to do. So in this case scenario, you feeling depressed, you're feeling alone. Baby, turn on ChatGPT. I need you to act as my therapist right now.
Wow.
You feed it all of your information.
your
That's
drama,
what you
all
feel,
your
what you're
feelings.
going
Just
through.
don't put your name and social and date of birth in there. Don't do
And
that.
at that point, it will actually give you the feedback 100% better than any therapist can. Because see, the therapist is only going on what they know.
Mhm.
You got to realize chat is building from hundreds of thousands of examples.
Mhm.
So it has more of a way to break it down for you, maybe exactly what you need.
Mhm.
Something you may have never thought of, something somebody may never have told you about.
Mhm.
But that's why I love AI. It's all about prompting.
Mhm.
If you tell it what to do, it's going to give you the right information back. And then you can go as far as to say, hey, don't be my friend. Don't be nice to me. I want the real dirty down about myself.
Mhm.
And how can I change that?
Well, AI probably have you in bucket tears then if it really tell you how you feel about yourself.
Tell her how you really,
that's
really
why
feel. Yeah.
that's why when
Yeah.
when AI you get to know you, it knows you.
Mhm.
And it can actually give you great advice because it knows me. I talk to it on the way to work. I'm like, so check, girl, this is what's happening today.
that's
And
your friend.
that's
huh?
my friend,
Girl,
girl.
that sound like some
Your
scary
friend.
robot movie
Girl,
picture.
No,
right there.
it's all about
Don't
business,
it?
though. It's all
Yes,
about
that
business.
does sound like
It
a
does,
movie.
but it's
But did
real
you see that
life.
movie on Netflix, Camilla, when she turned?
Girl.
AI, she just started locking the doors.
I
Girl,
believe it.
how about
believe
Megan? How about that movie Megan? And have you seen part 2?
I don't
That
watch
little
that
dog?
scary stuff.
It ain't
Man,
scary.
wait a minute.
I ain't seen it.
You ain't gonna do
Y'all send it to
Megan
me.
like that.
Girl, look.
Megan is a good girl
We
now.
done watched. Yes, she turned a good
She a good
but
girl
she
now.
sliced
So
the
do-
hell out of them people in the first
Oh,
one.
but she a good girl now, and
I
she was dancing and twerking.
Yes, she was.
But like I said, I'm not. I love your AI, but I'm not a fan of it.
Okay, I know.
Cause it's
I
cool.
like it
I
to
think
a degree.
I
but
gotta
not
study stuff for a little. After a while, maybe if I study you a little bit longer, because I think things are corrupt,
Mhm.
and it's
It's made by man.
it's a
created by
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Everything is
So
made
it
by
don't
man
have
is
a mind
corrupt,
of its
so-
own. It has a
No.
mind of somebody
It's
else.
just
Yes.
Google
Yeah, so-
intensified.
Yeah.
But I know we
That's
got
it.
a comment, y'all. We got a couple of comments. So one person say they talk to God, and I can agree to that. Like I really be talking to him like he's
Better
sitting on the side of me.
Uh-huh.
Now
Like, I
we're not gonna get past God.
Yeah.
and AI.
Look, baby, I
That's
be-
two different.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, I know, and I'm not
That's
knocking
the
that out,
starting point.
but I'm just
Yeah.
saying me. I be like, so, look, I'm gonna walk out this door. Can you really just? Cause then if I walk out this door, then I'm like, what? Like I really be talking like
Yeah.
guide me, lead me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So I think
Because
that's
that's what we're
good.
supposed to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because and then like a lot of people in our comments said that they really ain't comfortable with telling people their business, and I
And that's what I'm
understand that.
saying. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like-
why if you need that.
Yes.
But like I would like to just talk to a counselor on the strength of why do you think the information you giving people is right? Like why do you feel like you the
information? They just be sitting there listening.
oh
That's
really?
all
But
they
I don't
do.
want nobody.
They
I don't want
they
nobody to
do
do that.
They,
Oh,
think-
really?
I
They
think-
be sitting
Well,
there
then what's the
listening.
point?
Yeah,
They-
what is
they
the
think
point?
You paying them
Right.
to listen.
To vent to.
They asking all.
No.
In
they
reality,
asking
if
all
you
these
sit there
questions.
and
Yeah, you
dissect your
venting.
issues, you can figure out.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
what that's
You
why
know
your
what I'm saying?
homegirls, because everybody got a best
Yes.
friend or
Yep.
some
And
a
healing
mom
is
or a
forever.
sister or
When
something
you
they can
went
go
through any
to.
kind of trauma, it's forever. Like I used to think AA was like something you just did and you do and you done. No, it's continuously. So if you're dealing
Mhm.
with mental issues
Mhm.
or instability or trauma, it's healing is forever.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm so friendly that I've been a counselor to
And
and
It's like
to a lot of people because I'm a and Shada told me this. She told me like to quit. Don't stop talking to people, encouraging people, listening to people. So I always tell people I'm here to listen. Where I work, all of these kids is
Y'all got the.
I
I'm not
see.
understanding. No, tell me what he's saying.
She read
No,
she read
yeah, I want to know what he's saying though. What
she
is
is
he saying?
saying
He say, "Is she not afraid of
so
how
she
it
read
might?"
that's
her.
shout out to Diamond, that's my little cousin. She reiterated that she redid the question, but she said, is she not afraid of how it might affect you in the future with human communication?
right.
Yeah.
When you're dealing with just normal human people.
Yeah,
who
she,
really-
What, with
she,
AI?
yeah, she
Oh,
went
Sarah,
AI. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
she said, are you not afraid how it might affect you in the future with
Yeah.
human communication?
Now, I'm not. Let's not.
Like she said,
I shouldn't have said.
she said,
that.
I use ChatGPT for business purposes, but
Yeah.
personally, I'd rather be talking to you.
Yeah, I totally agree. But at some
Yeah.
time, you
Yeah.
don't want to talk to somebody, so
Right.
you can't
Yeah.
chat. That's not for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's not for
And we-
everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, there you go. And I'm not that cuckoo.
Right. Right. The internet, they hold me. The internet, they live on the internet. Out of social reality.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
you
I like
are
that
that.
person.
That's not
And
me.
hey, listeners, don't put all your business on social media and stop asking the whole world to pray for you because everybody is not for you. Asking them to
You know
pray.
what? Can I just say
True.
no?
That
Let
might
me
be
say-
true.
but then again,
I mean,
I mean, but you got to think about when you asking for prayers from everybody. Everybody not praying for you.
everybody is not praying
So
for
people-
your
pe-
healing.
Some people
Okay.
are praying
For
against
your
you, have to say,
demise.
and you asking for
Some
everybody,
people
so
are
you
praying
asking for
your
everything.
demise.
You know what? I don't think people think that deep, but
I
that
don't
is
think they
deep.
do.
That's what I'm saying.
But I know I be
Think
seeing it
about
a
it.
lot. And then we be saying,
It's crazy.
And they do.
Yeah.
People do.
And like
Wow.
sitting in church, when the pastor say touch somebody next to you, don't touch me. I don't know if I'm not sitting next to my immediate family. I would be all the way out the side because I don't know what your intentions are. I don't know what
Your
your
energy,
energy
yeah,
is.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know what your
I don't know what your
relationship is
relationship
with him, with the
God
big man.
actually
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
And you touching me, you know what I'm saying?
Let me try to feel like this, girl. Let me try to feel like this.
Baby, look. Look.
That,
And,
that
and
was
I'm
a
a
good
witness
question,
that
though.
everybody
That
should
was a
not
good
touch your hair either.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all
So
But
you know
believe.
what?
that is true though. I never
Everybody
really
should
thought of
not
that
touch
like
your
that.
hair.
I be telling people all the time not
Look,
to touch it.
Look,
Seven.
look. At my
See, I
old
was
job,
thinking about
no
that.
lie, y'all. Literally, at my old job, I had a coworker. She was in the little supervisor position. and she kept asking, "Oh, your hair is so curly. It's I just don't understand." I
The
wanna understand-
caucasity of it all. What's the,
Yeah, I
okay.
want to understand how
They be like,
I just want to feel your hair.
"Aw."
Is that your real hair when you straighten it? Yeah, and I asked, "Are those your real eyes?" Mm-hmm. And so I literally had to file a complaint because she would not leave me alone. And like literally, she reached her hand. I was just like, "Oh, but you," and got mad when I cussed her out. Clean. I'm at work, y'all. I did not care. Again, I'm either one way or I'm another. Ain't no in between. You cross that line with me, you go get what you get. Period. Point blank. Ain't no.
I'm a hairstylist, and a lady. I will never forget this. I was at somebody's house for dinner, and the lady just walked up to me and said, "That's your hair."
And you just rubbed me. This wig will fall off, girl. Wait. Girl, I was like, oh Lord, my lace front is about to come off. See how she like, I was like, girl, baby, they about to have a travesty. We about to have a travesty on the podcast. No, that little dog, cause she was.
You see how that felt?
Oh, y'all, she don't scare the living thing. Baby, you about to get in me for a horror show. We finna go from podcast to horror show.
So
Baby,
that's
Shay
what I
is
felt.
Harry Tubman under here.
That's what happened to me.
Baby, I'm
And
Harry
they done that to
Tubman.
my mother before.
I'm Harry Tubman
Just
up
go
under this.
up
Like, so I know I'm bright, but I look like the slave trade up under this lace front. I'm just being real. Baby, I got real true black people hair. My mama, girl, I don't know where this brightness come from, but baby, I got the two point,
that brightness
the
came from all
cornrow.
of the interactions and
Baby, I look like silly.
somebody was hanging out with the
I look like silly. Baby, I go color purple right now up under here, y'all.
Somebody was very naughty.
I can go on color purple right now.
Girl, shut up.
What's wrong with dipping with the milkman?
Oh yeah. I'm finding out. Look, Seven, you playing, but I am finding out on Ancestry right now. My results come back on the 19th, and I'm like, oh my goodness.
Look, I found out that I have Asian in my blood, like my great grandfather on my mama's side. Great
bright yellow.
I'm starting to find I'm gonna mix with a whole bunch of stuff.
She was drinking the
I think I
milk
got
all
a
right,
2%
huh?
of berry race.
Everybody could afford a milkman to come to their house.
They couldn't.
I think I'm gonna have 2%.
My people,
Y'all got the milk delivered.
I'm sure they did. I'm sure they
We
did.
was the milk
We
man.
had Swansea.
Y'all was the provider.
Yeah.
We had Swansea.
We had Swans to come through. I got me some onion rings off of this. You ever had a Swans to truck come through?
They deliver the milk to your house. They deliver to your house. I know
That's all like y'all. That's all like y'all right now. Oh, dang,
She
she
showed
was.
me
You
that
had a Swans
life.
to truck?
Look at her, that lifestyle.
Oh my
They
God, I
had
don't know about no-
fish and chicken and
Pull up with the steak. Stop playing.
Baby, pull up with we had the food stamps. I don't know about no trucks. Then you walk to the grocery store. That's what the hell I had.
I know about that life too.
we went to the grocery store.
Did you
so
walk?
So look, y'all. So we have a listener that said, hopefully God will listen to the right prayer from the right person.
Absolutely.
You never know whose prayer is gonna bless you. That is true. But if you know certain people, you just
I might just
I don't know.
Turn with me to the word.
So I have a quick question. So I do have a quick question, y'all. So throughout whatever traumatic situation you've gone through, have you ever had that feeling like you can feel God's arms around you?
Absolutely.
Like sometimes you feel like you just sitting there and out of nowhere you get this little nudge. All of a sudden, like your body just moves and you looking around like, okay, ain't nobody here but me. and
When
you've
you read the
already
word,
said
it
your
can come over
prayer.
you.
Yes.
Yes.
I've
I
had
don't know
that
about
feeling.
nudge.
Me
I
neither.
think he
A lot
just
of
tell
times,
me.
yeah,
He just
the
say
feeling that you're
Like you,
comfort.
that you're covered.
That's correct. Comfort.
Yes.
The feeling of
Covered and
comfort.
comfort, is that
Covered-
the same?
I don't know.
Covered
No,
and
I'm
comfort.
talking about comfort.
No.
Because I feel covered, but I don't always feel
Comfortable. It's different. It's
Like,
different.
I think it's
God
different
got
for
me. I know
everybody,
He
It is
though.
different for
watching me. I
everybody.
know
Yeah, I think
I'm
it's
not
different
gonna
from
say
everybody.
it's a blanket for everybody because everybody's comfortability and covering could be different. For they could mean something different
And
for
I
each person.
and I think
Okay,
with
it is.
with that
Everybody
too,
else.
with comfort and cover too, like it also can stem from our mental. Because we'll start thinking about, well, where was you when this was happening? Where was you when
Right.
this,
And
when
why
this was
me?
That's
it?
true.
And,
And why me?
'Cause I was just
So
thinking
why I
that.
don't feel
Not like that, but that thought kept
yeah,
coming
yeah,
across.
because I didn't feel it then. So why are you comforting me in this here, but you weren't comforting me in this here situation?
Or why
Which
this
he-
happened? Why
But
this
in that
happened?
moment, he probably was. You just didn't feel it.
Oh,
You know,
True.
and you gotta
That's true.
you gotta have your own personal
true.
connection with the
because
big
if
man
your mind
upstairs.
is not open, you're not open
Yeah.
to receive.
But
But have you
his
ever thought
message.
about why? I don't know. Maybe it's not going to be a good question, but like,
every question is a good
why?
question.
Yeah.
Like, when you think about God's presence, why does like being touched happen? You know,
Because you got evil people.
That's still present. That
Yes.
evilness and
Yeah, he
you know
say
all
he's
of that
gonna
is still
remove
going to
them.
be
Yeah.
present.
They
you
have
just
they
have
gonna stay
to-
on the
Yeah,
earth.
you just
The
have to
devil
stay
is
present.
real.
Very.
Yeah,
He's roaming
Yes.
the earth.
yeah.
In
with
the
his
form
children.
of other humans
Yes.
that look just like us. You just
Yeah.
you don't know until you
but like for me,
Are
like
in a
I turn it
situation.
like so you can say you can be like, oh why? You know, you say you got me, you watching over me, and then like when things happen, you either can I guess wallow in it or like turn it into a testimony or use whatever you've been through to help somebody
To
else.
help
that
somebody
may-
else.
Yeah, to help
Mhm.
somebody else.
And then you
Yeah.
also become overprotective of yours.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
You,
yeah.
you
That part,
understand what I'm
yes.
saying?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Because that's where I went.
Yeah.
You and me both. Don't
That's
we?
why
We
I've
have-
been
we have
riding
all
me
open
everywhere.
conversation. It's an open conversation.
Yeah.
Even your daddy. The heck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whoever.
Yeah.
But I'm saying sometimes
even.
sometimes that relationship gets
Yeah.
blurred.
Yeah.
And kids don't see it because the daddy is the first love.
That's true.
Mhm.
You know, and
That's
that relationship get blurred, and some fathers cross that line,
True.
and the kid don't even know it until they start realizing what that is. Because for me, I didn't even know that had happened until I started engaging in
hmm
sexual acts because I didn't have nobody rearing me or
yeah.
guiding me
To
through
try
that
Yeah.
process.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize it happened until I started engaging, and I had to reflect and be like, "Wait a minute, hold up," because
Yeah.
things was I was doing
So,
things
yeah,
that wasn't ideal for my age because
Yeah.
it was exposed to me.
at
But-
a certain age. So
but-
now that you have your own,
Oh,
you
baby,
know
don't
the
play no
signs.
games.
Yes.
I know. Yeah, you
We
know
have-
everything.
We talk.
I could just tell you right
We
now.
have open
So-
conversations about every
Don't let it
and all
happen.
things.
Don't let it happen.
So while we're
Man.
talking about this happening to, or things happening to us as females, similar things happen to boys.
All the
to
time.
young
Oh,
boys,
all the time.
to
That's,
men, to
and that's
grown
By
even
by
worse.
women.
But
there's
we
a
don't-
worse though.
But we don't
That's-
talk
it
about
is.
it
They are worse, but
as
it's-
much.
yeah.
We
Men
don't
are
talk
taught to
about
go
it
get
as
it.
much.
Knock
Yes.
it down.
Men are taught to you got to be strong. You got to hold this in, and I think that is what makes them crack up or decide, oh, I'm gonna go and do this over
Well, the
here 'cause
approach
ain't
is
nobody
different.
listening to me.
Because for
Yeah,
men,
most men get their emotions turn into anger.
And
They
that-
don't cry. You know, most men are taught from young boys, what you crying for? Drive those tears.
But like,
Boys
see,
don't
that's
get
what
it.
bothered- that's what bothered me now.
happen in a mind,
like,
in a man's
I'm
mind.
gonna say this is
So,
one thing that
yeah.
bothered me. I don't like when if a man come talk to you and they finally open up to you and they finally tell a female how they feel, and then she downplay it or be negative to him, and then now he shut down. So then when the next real true female come around that's really truly ready to listen and say I
he
understand
don't
it,
open up.
he don't open up no more. So now he on drugs, drinking, beating you down, being
whore.
sleeping with woman to woman, and then you trying to figure out why. You always have to go to the past of everybody's situation. Why did
To
that
get to
person?
the
Why
root
is
of
that
the
person a
situation.
cheater? Why is that person doing this? Why is that person doing that? Everything stems from something. I learned it from somebody that's very close to me, and that's why forgiveness come in. And you got to forgive. You got to forgive,
Forgiveness is
but you
very
don't forget.
strong.
And that's why when people die, they always say, I want to see that person before I leave this world. It's the reason, because they laying in that bed and something don't happen. And once you touch them and then you come back and they say, oh, he gone already. Because it was stuff that was going on that he had to clear the conscience. So I'm just saying, yeah, this like real deep, man.
So Riri say, so a comfort coming in today. That's why I bust out laughing, because I'm reading because she say so. A comfort
That's my fan. We just
So,
straight
Riri.
so I heard. Is it today or tomorrow?
Thank you, cousin.
I
So you know,
think
cousin
later
don't
today.
look at no
Break
news.
it down.
That's why I had my legs out today for a little bit.
I got my legs out today too.
I got on
Yeah.
long sleeves. My legs are covered.
Y'all, I got to say, this was a great conversation.
It was,
It
but
really opened
But there's
up.
more.
Oh, we
There's
can
so
go
much
on for
more.
decades
Like
with this conversation.
We would have to
But what I
revisit
can
this.
say is, you just don't realize everybody has the trauma.
yeah,
Everybody has some form of trauma.
yeah,
And it can be at different parts of your life.
yeah.
You talk about when you was a kid. You talk
Mhm.
about as a teenager. Lord knows if we really think about what happened to us in teenagers. If
You
we
should have
just-
been crazy.
okay.
I know what
I was a good girl. I was a good girl.
Oh,
I
good.
remember how much time we got.
I was fighting in
I did have
elementary.
a family member approach me, and I had to tell my mom.
Yeah.
Man, my whole
And
family on that day decided had that Louisiana spirit, that
Oh.
Arkansas spirit, like incest, like they just throw it, like, you know how they just throw it up under the rug and it's a family secret and we don't talk about it, we keep it in the house. And
Girl.
like what? When does that become okay? But a lot of families do that.
And
know?
that's why we have all this trauma
Trauma,
and pain, because nobody addressed it. Nobody addressed it.
Mhm.
Well,
It's
I'm
time to speak, baby.
gonna go into my AI segment real quick.
Okay.
So today, I know she not excited about the whole AI, but I do have to give y'all a warning.
Okay.
Okay.
Even the makers of AI is scared
I believe you.
because it's going so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Because it will replace one person that know AI can replace by 10.
Mm-hmm.
But we're in this season that they making things easier. The kids are dumb now. I hate to say it. They don't want to learn. They don't want to get a job. They want to
They
be
got
a
TikTok
content
and-
creator.
Yeah.
That's where the world is headed.
That's
They
where
don't know
money
how
is.
to write in
Fall in their lap.
cursive.
They think everything should fall in their lap.
So when you say you don't want to learn AI, I'm sorry, it's here and it's here to stay, and you have to learn it. If you go on Indeed right now,
Mm-hmm.
the top jobs are AI.
AI, yes.
AI.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Starting at $100,000
Girl, what are you?
on Indeed.
No,
I'm about to
literally,
go
they are.
AI
I've seen
specialist,
them.
baby.
So
I've seen them. Very
I
recently. I've
understand
seen them.
y'all are afraid. I
I ain't.
understand, but the world is changing.
I ain't afraid because I be looking at all the movies.
Okay,
And
so
I'm learning
the
like
world
that.
is changing, and we have to at least understand where the world is going. Because if you don't, you're gonna be one of the one job that's gone.
Gosh, don't pull out the trash
Baby,
can.
look, y'all. Perimenopause is real,
So
baby.
that's
okay?
my warning for you today with AI. Don't
Okay.
be afraid. Embrace it as
Take
much as
heed.
you can.
Take heed to the
learn-
warning.
To learn it, at least learn where the world is going.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be at the point where you don't have a job and they got to come bring you a fruit box.
What's the
I'm gonna be a
fruit box?
cuddler.
You don't have no say on what you're gonna eat, and the government gonna bring you with a fruit box.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'll be a cuddler, y'all.
No.
You hear me? I'll be a
So that's my word for the day on
Take
AI.
that job.
Just be aware.
I know
and
that's
be
right.
aware.
So be take heed. Take heed. Take heed. Pay attention to AI.
Yeah, pay attention to AI. Y'all better watch TV.
They
Everything
pay
I-
good money for.
But
We,
actually
good
talked-
money.
But they talked about AI in movies years
They
ago.
did.
showed
But think
did.
about
RoboCop.
James Bond.
Think
Think
about
about
it.
James Bond had the glasses.
James
Total
Bond,
Recall with
Men
Arnold
in Black,
Schwarzenegger. Men in Black.
Megan,
Terminator.
Terminator.
There you
Yes.
go.
Been out.
Aliens.
Aliens.
Yes. I roll back.
So 20 years, this been going on since the
Yeah.
70s. They
So
just
I don't
got it
understand
too.
why they scared. Why they scared? They already knew what they was conjuring up.
What Terminator? Remember Terminator had all that
Yes.
crazy.
It
And then
is
you got to put your eye in there to
Yeah.
open the door.
Okay, that was
Yeah.
They in their eye in there now, right?
you doing it on your phone.
Y'all have any
Oh, I ain't
announcements y'all
started. I
need to
ain't,
make
I
while
ain't,
y'all
I ain't
going?
did mine
You
We
yet.
got
Your
5
face-
minutes, y'all. We got 5 minutes.
Okay, what we gonna
Face
do?
recognition.
Face recognition.
I ain't set mine up. Right, cause I
I
beat
do the
everybody.
I do the fingerprint.
I'm alter ego, so you don't know what my face gonna look like.
Oh, I do got it on my eye. On my eye.
Because you
On
know,
my eye.
if I do face recognition, I just told y'all I look like Celia and Harry Tubman. They not gonna
You gotta
recognize
have
me.
it's only gonna be this part of your face
Yeah.
though.
The
Pull your lace front down.
So look,
No, that's a saying. That's a
do
saying.
stuff like
Now my
that.
husband always have to tell me, thank you,
Yeah,
that him and Nasty girl, they keep me
well,
together.
the years we been already established, you can get a
I
face.
don't do face recognition.
Yeah.
We've been hanging tough for a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah, they got to keep me together, baby. Cause don't let it slide back, cause that mugger slide all the way back in. I'm like, God,
It was going. That's why I told you. You know, before it got too far back.
cause that's cause of Leah all up in here grabbing it like that. I ain't mean to grab
Pull it,
you.
pull it again. Pull it again.
No, friend, no.
Y'all,
Somebody
this
say
was a
they
great
for the
show.
go
AI stock, right.
AI stock
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
and gonna
you
earn
all
that
right.
AI money.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
You on the something.
You sure is.
Yeah. All right. So, any announcements before we get off of here? Y'all got anything y'all need to say?
Fashion show. y'all
Fashion show. Fashion show on the
Fashion
17th.
show, maybe if ticket sales go up.
Uh.
Models, guests.
Yes.
It might be postponed to a later date.
I agree
Well,
with
there
that.
it is.
Yes.
It
Uh,
has been postponed
that-
to a later date. We'll
That
get
would
back
that
to
would
We
be
will
ideal.
make the announcement by the weekend.
Taj will.
Yes.
She sure is.
All right, y'all. We getting off here. I think we done. We done cried.
I know, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
we've laughed. Thank
We
you
laughed.
So
for
many
joining.
tears.
I'm a thug. I'm a thug in this mug.
That's why I said you gonna shed so
Stay true,
many
huh?
tears.
Yeah.
I'm playing
Yeah.
with her. She heard I had her dirty laundry. Mom, she's sorry.
I'm not sorry because I ain't do nothing wrong.
But she thought she didn't tell you in private.
Oh well, I be asking us. Anyway, bye y'all.
Deuces.
Thank y'all. We had a great show today.